Okay, so last time we attempted to kill the Deacons of the Deep, which didn't went quite according to plan, but let's see if we have more luck this time. Could actually also try to fight them without any summons, since summons will, I believe, that increases the HP and damage of the bosses you are fighting. So in some cases they might actually make the fight even harder. Did I take the correct elevator? Actually, don't think I did. So actually, let's go back again. So I thought this looked a little bit strange. Probably because I'm used to taking this elevator more than the other one. Yeah, let's do this just to get full HP again. Take the correct way this time. And should be able to just roll past these slime things. Oh yeah, that's also this guy. And we have to fight these guys again. Usually I try to take out the priest first, since they are ranged. But they're definitely not the most dangerous ones. That's definitely the knight with the torrential. Okay. Let's kill these knights. No, no, okay. Okay. So we can try again with these guys. don't know if we want to. Let's see if we can do without. Maybe it will be a bit easier. Have the big stuff. God, that guy was there to kill it. Maybe we should kill the blue ones. Okay, it's dead now. It seems like it was a little bit easier, but we also killed the blue guys, which seems to be the ones that healed him. Okay, so now we can do this. Get back up. We could actually just go back and level up a little bit. Maybe we should do that. Don't do anything else, and then we'll go back here and see if we can find patches again. Also got a bus, so I tend to like to keep them in my stash. Actually, I also want to keep the Covenant related stuff in there. And weapons that I don't use. I'll keep that one for now. Duplicates. Armor is okay. And we have Andre up here. Let's talk to him first.
Oh, and we meet again.
I mean.
We spoke before on the Road of Sacrifices. Henry of Astora. I'm well pleased to see you safe. We reached the Cathedral of the Deep, but Aldrich's coffin was empty. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little doll in the empty coffin told me. Aldrich is said to hail from Irithyll in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Firelink Shrine, and so becomes our destination. Aldrich's honest home, a pilgrim told me, and so becomes...
Still just grunts. So got a couple of these we can use. Let's sell the wooden shield that we have. Since we have two of them. Also have pallet knives.
Passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash be still. I only hope these knew where.
Yeah, so now she sells more stuff. This lady also is able to sell boss items later. Not weapons, but armor like this Sage's big hat we got after we killed the crystal lizards available. Actually, let's buy a torch just in case. Also buy this key. Let's wait with the key. No, actually, let's just buy that. It's a little steep, so we can't level up as much, only one level, but the key can be used to explore more of this area. Kinda want more endurance, to be honest. But could also just increase our dex. Let's do that.
Farewell, Ashen One.
To be able to do a little bit more damage. Now let's actually... No, let's head back and see if we can deal with patches first. Or we use the key. Now that I think about it, actually, let's not go this way. So we don't have to fight the Cathedral Knight again. We'll do that later if we want to get the armor. But for now, I actually think we want to go back this way. Since we... Oh! Just realized we could get the armor that the boss in there had. So let's go back there, get the armor, and get back here again. I know there's a little bit lot of teleporting. Get that as well. Get the Archdeacon items. Now let's get back to Clinton Chapel and use the elevator, since the elevator is actually over there. That we need to use to be able to get to patches again. It's this way. Almost ran the other way. Need to get up here. This is back near the entrance, main entrance, where you walk down here and over there. There was some archers shooting at us. That was that guy. So from here we can go around here and take these stairs. Well, this ladder, I mean. Kill this guy. He always drops this ring the first time you kill him. He respawns, but you only drop that ring once per playthrough. That's for people using spells and incantations or miracles, as they're called in Dark Souls. Don't want to fight him. what we want to do is get here. Oh. Getting sandwiched. That's a little bit dangerous. There's actually a trick you can do to kill the Cathedral Knights in here. At least 2 of them. This guy, and there's 2 Cathedral Knights over there. Let's deal with the thralls first. Well, almost fell down there. We have this Cathedral Knight that we might want to kill. And the regular faction. Oh. Bastion, which I believe you can use to make divine weapons, but I don't think we have unlocked that yet. But what you can do to deal with these 2 knights is you can actually go over here, then just run like this, change direction, run like this, and here it's probably fallen down there and is dead now. We can actually do the same to the one with the crossbow. The only downside by doing this is that you don't really get to loot the items if they drop anything. So you need to go close enough for him to want to use melee. And just run zigzag. And that. And he probably also fell down. You can actually see him. Right down there. And the other one is there. Didn't look like they dropped anything, so I'm really missing out. So what we can do now is we can drop down here on this platform, use an Estus flask, and drop down here. Another one of these things. As well as patches.
Huh? Yes, hello. Oh, I don't believe we've met. I'm Patches. Unbreakable Patches. But you seem to be unkindled. Do you have business with me? Oh, yes, of course. It's coming back to me now. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my hand, as you know. But the deed, well, that was the armor's doing. Regrettable, truly. But behold, I'm stripped clean of that unruly attire. And look at you. Not a scratch. All's well that ends well, right? Yes, we'll be fine. I can tell. It's that rotten curse. It is. The untidy mess. Yes. Now, it wasn't me, but you still deserve an apology. Just a little trinket. Go ahead. It's yours now. You should know, I'm a kind of traveling merchant. If you're as unkindled as you look, you'll find plenty of good stuff.
And he sells the Katarina set, which we need to buy if you want to help the Onion Knight. But it's a bit expensive. So that's 8,000, 7,000, so 15k or something. But still, don't have that amount of those right now, but we should be able to buy one of them for now. And we might want to get the rest of that set. Can also do this, which will raise the one from he tried to fool us to war into, rather onto. Yeah. We have a lot more of these guys. And we have another one over here that seems to be passive. Let's put an enemy. Red Soapstone, that's the multiplayer item for invading other people, which is not very useful for us since we're not going to play multiplayer. But it's an option, nonetheless. And in here we have another covenant that you're able to join, and a set of thorns. But I don't think I want to join the covenant since Ceres, who we met earlier, is actually against it and will be she will not like it, so I would rather not get on her bad side, for now at least. That's the Rosaria Covenant, and I think that's all that is to this area. So we can go back to Crucifixion Woods. Oh yeah, right, we had the key that I talked about earlier that we can use at the Firelink Shrine. So let's actually use that. In order to do that, we need to head outside. Oh.
Well, hasn't it been some time? I'm Leonard, the Ringfinger. Remember me? I slipped you those red eyes some time ago. You're making quite an effort of it, so I thought you might like to know. If you yearn for a proper red-eye orb, one that is uncracked, then kill the Dark Wraith, survivor of the land swallowed by darkness. He has been a prisoner for many ages in the deepest cell in all Lothric. I can see it in your eyes. If you didn't invade, didn't pillage, whatever would you do? If you fancy a proper red-eye orb, one uncracked, untainted, then kill the Dark Wraith. He has been a prisoner. I can see.
So we can actually go back and do that. We also missed a mimic earlier that we also could kill in the same area, but let's do the tower first. Actually, let's get some item before do that. Our stash. Because we can actually use the sea brew now for something. There's probably also weapons you can use, but sea brew is the one that I know is interesting to maybe if you're at this point. Yeah, on top of my head. Okay, so the key we got bought from the lady for 20k opens this tower. Yeah, we can do a couple of stuff. Go in there, which we'll wait with just for a moment. First we'll hop down here. Do this. So we can climb up easier next time. Get that. And here we can go out here.
Me, pickled pea. Me, bumperum.
So these ravens, you can actually give them stuff and they will give some other stuff in return. So you can do this and David's leave, isn't it? Yes. So we just left the Sieg Brew and got the Armor of the Sun in return, which is the armor of Solar from the first Dark Souls game, which you can actually get a couple of more of, and we got an Estus shard there. Could also go over here and do this. Go over here and drop down here. And there's a chest. Within this chest we have the Cactus Silver Serpent Ring, which we can use to gain more souls. So maybe we should use that. We might need to take our helm off for now. Let's drop down here and head back outside again. So that was the one of the things we could do. And another thing we can do now is we can go into the tower up there, which we also will do, but down here we can also get something, I believe. That is a crystal lizard. Just drop some trinket assassinate. And here we can just drop down again. Up the stairs. And over there. can take the elevator up. And someone just closed the door behind us. You can't go out the normal way, which you'll see soon. But first we'll get this, which is the Firekeeper soul. I believe we can give that to the Firekeeper, which will get the option to move our following, I believe. Which isn't really necessary. Kinda want to have as much hollowing as possible for this build. Yeah.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
It's closed. Door and locked up.
Have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies. Every man's dream, right?
Yeah. So what we can do is we can jump down using the coffins, which you might remember from a place in Elden Ring, where you also had to do something similar to that. Oh no. Yeah. I was maybe a little bit greedy and wanted to get the item. It's easier to jump down the other side of the tower. Now we can talk to Patches here.
Ah, oh, you're alive. Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right? Oh, fantastic. A wily second chance. I knew you'd understand. I just knew it. The heart of a lion. A model for the rest of us. A true friend. Forever.
So now we have him as a vendor merchant in our Firelink Shrine. So it's easier to buy the armor, which we will need for progressing the Onion Knight Seaboard questline. He also sells embers, I believe. Yes, does at least sell one thing that he didn't sell before. I know that for sure, since there's one more item in here. Don't know which. Might also be the rubbish. Yeah.
Ah, I see you've met Grey Rat. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing. Ah, the step. Well.
So Grey Rat and Patches know each other. And Grey Rat might be one of the only people that Patches actually likes. Yeah, let's get back in here. Door's been closed, but we want to get down there anyway. So this way is a bit easier since you more or less just can run from left to right. So jump, and here we have the Estus ring, which increases how much HP the Estus flask heals. And let's use an Ember, since we are coming out right here where we have the Sword Master. Bye. So yeah, he's a bit annoying, at least in the beginning of the game. But coming from this direction, you can push him out, like I did. And next time you load, he will have dropped his item over there, I believe, which you can't get when he falls down. That's why resetting works to reset where his items are located, I believe. In here, use the bonfire, get back up, get up the stairs, wait for the fog wall to disappear. And now we can back to where we killed him, where he was supposed to be, and the items are over there. There's a katana and some master's katana and master's gloves. Don't really give a whole lot of armor, but the katana is a decent bleeding weapon, I believe. Like it was in Elden Ring, but not as powerful. The downside to katanas is they have very little durability, even less when our twin blades, which don't have a whole lot either. Yeah. And before we move on, let's use the Estus Shrine here to get another flask.
What?
Okay.
Pretty like that.
Could actually go up to patches again. Buy another piece of equipment, so we don't need to buy as much. We're now closer to progressing that quest line. Now he actually also sells the horse hoof ring because he knew he had seen that we have patches, or rather great red in the shrine. Otherwise you would have to kill patches to get the ring. Buy the gloves, for instance. Now we just need 8,000 souls, I believe, to buy the rest. And maybe we should stop here for now and continue in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful and entertaining, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to see more videos like this.